Gold here with Gold Standard Weddings, and today I'm going to show you how to make your own Compote vase for your wedding centerpieces for only about $5. So how do we do it? Well, first we need to gather all our materials. This will involve a trip to the Dollar Tree. At the Dollar Tree, you're going to look for these glass bowls. They're in the kitchen aisle near all the other glassware, and your Dollar Tree should have these in stock. So buy as many as you need, and maybe even one extra. At the time of this recording in 2022, the Dollar Tree's standard price is $1.25. The next thing you'll need is a candlestick, also from the Dollar Tree. Now, if you can find this in store, you're gonna be pretty lucky actually. I live in a pretty big city and still couldn't find these in store, so I had to order them online. So that being said, if you order them online from thedollartree.com, you'll have to pay shipping. So make sure you order as many as you need all at once so the unit cost is still good. So I ordered 12 of these and paid, I think it was $9.99 in shipping, which is a unit cost of approximately like $2.08 per candlestick, so still really not bad. So, you know, $2.08, $1.25, we're still doing really well here. So the next thing you need to do is think about the aesthetic of your wedding and what you want your centerpieces to look like. What color do you want these compotes? Do you want them gold? Do you want them bronze, silver, matte black? Do you want them mercury glass? If so, you're gonna have to watch another video because I've never done that. Or do you just want them clear glass like this? If so, you've made it a little easier on yourself because there's no painting involved. If you want gold, then I can recommend this Rust-Oleum metallic gold in the bright shiny finish. The spray paint, you can get this at your local home center or craft store. If you do choose this, it will look like this. So for all you gold girls out there like me, this is what it'll look like. I also recommend getting a top coat for your spray paint. So I use another Rust-Oleum product, the Satin Clear Enamel. The satin is a really good finish because it's, you know, it doesn't have the flatness of a matte or the high shine of a semi-gloss or a gloss. It's really the Goldilocks of finishing paint. So, recap so far, we've got our bowl, we've got our candlestick, we've got our paint selection and our top coat. Now, how do we put it all together? Well, we need a strong adhesive, and I recommend E6000 for that. You can buy E6000 at your craft store or home center when you're going to buy the spray paint, or you can even buy it on Amazon. So I'll try and see if I can put some links down in the description below. So now that we have all the supplies that we need, let's go ahead. Oh, actually, one more very important supply, because we'll be working with spray paint. We'll need PPE. So either get an N95 mask or a respirator to protect yourself from the fumes of the spray paint. Very important. So now that we have all the materials that we need, we can go ahead and make it. But just before we do, if you're the type of person who likes written instructions or wants to print out written directions to supplement this video, then check out my blog post about this process. I put a link up here if I was able to. I don't know, this is my first YouTube video. If there's no link here, then check down there. Or I've detailed out all the steps and tips and tricks to successfully execute this project on my blog. So be sure to check it out. All right, let's get going. Okay, I'm back. So I've gone ahead and washed and dried the bowls and the candlesticks, and I removed the label from the bottom of the bowls. It can be difficult to do, but if you're washing the bowls under hot water in the sink, they scrape off really easily. So now we're gonna do our first coat. It's good to, of course, do spray paint in a well-ventilated area, and what's more well ventilated than the outdoors. So I'm taking advantage of a beautiful 70-degree fall day here in Virginia, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. So even after doing one coat and then a second coat a few minutes later, the result wasn't opaque enough. So I did another coat after 24 hours, which gave me the desired results I was looking for. Hi everyone, we're back and ready to do our top coat. All of our bowls and candlesticks are dry, so it is top coat day. But just to recap the painting process, so I painted the bowls and the candlesticks on day one, and then I waited a few minutes and I gave them another coat, but that wasn't enough to make the paint truly opaque. You could still see through it a lot, so I waited 24 hours for it to dry and then did another coat, and now it's all looking really good. So, you know, the bowl's really opaque. It looks very nice. I'm very happy with this. The candlesticks as well. They look good, but just so you know, it's kind of hard to get this area of the candlestick truly opaque. You have to just work your angles a lot. So this side is good, but this side you can kind of still see through to the glass a bit. But honestly, I think it gives it character and it doesn't bother me. So I'm just gonna go with this, but just be careful of that when you're doing this yourself. And if you want this to be fully opaque and not look like this, then make sure you get your angles right when you're spray painting. So again, top coat day, I'm using the Rust-Oleum Satin Clear Enamel. This will help give the bowls and the candlesticks a little extra protection from paint chipping. I mean, it doesn't mean that if you don't use this, your bowls and candlesticks are gonna chip. They might not, but if you're doing this really early like I am, and they're just gonna be sitting around in the way for a while, then maybe you wanna do it. They're gonna be handled by a lot of people as well, your florist, coordinator, etc. So, you know, any additional protection you can give to it is good if you have the time. But if you don't have the time to apply this, don't worry. So we're gonna apply this today, and then after it dries for at least 24 hours, we can use the adhesive and put them all together. So let's get going. Okay, so now it's time to glue our candlestick holders to our bowls to make our final Compote vases. And as a reminder, we'll be using E6000 clear adhesive for this. I put out a tablecloth on my dining room table to protect it, and I do have a paper towel off to the side just in case things get messy and I need to wipe off any extra adhesive. So you want to make sure that when you're placing this on the bowl that you center it. You'll notice if you're using these same bowls that there's three circles of dots on the bottom. So the candlestick is centered when you can only see the outside row of dots. You can tell. Okay, so we'll aim to, you know, put our bead of glue around the second row of dots, as well as on the top of the candlestick holder. So let's get going with that. Okay, you want to secure it on and double check and make sure that it's centered. You can move the candlestick a little bit right after you put it on, so don't worry about your placement too much right in the beginning, and just make sure that after you place it, you move it to wherever it needs to be. Okay, that's looking good. Sometimes, you know, just in case, it doesn't hurt to put a little extra around the sides. This might not look as nice, but if no one can see it anyway, then it doesn't really matter. So that's gonna be up to you, but better safe than sorry. especially because if these are being used for your wedding and the florist is going to be keeping them in a refrigerator for a period of time, you want to make sure that these are really secured so they don't risk falling apart. Okay, so these will cure in 24 hours. However, the maximum bond strength may not be reached for up to 72 hours or 3 days. So don't touch these once you get through this part. Just let it sit, ideally for 72 hours. But when you're done, you'll have a beautiful compote vase that you can use for your weddings, just for your home, you know, wherever you want. Can decorate it however you'd like. This is just my sample. I'm not a florist, but so you can probably do a much better job. But yeah, they look beautiful. So it's a really nice, elegant centerpiece that you can use for anything really.